Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keeping It Real with America's Supermom. I am so excited to have Miss Madam J with me. We got connected on Clubhouse. And so she is here for us to kind of dive into a little bit about what she's up to. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But first, I want to yield the mic to her so she can introduce herself.
Yes, hi, Supermom. I am so excited to be on your show this evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am the proud mom of four babies. I have two that have birthdays today. They turned 17 and 20. I am,
Oh, happy birthday.
yes, my daughter is 17 and my son turned 20. And, and they were born on the same day, 3 years apart. So
Wow.
I am so proud. I'm so proud. But I am a proud Navy veteran, proud disabled Navy veteran, and I don't use my disability as a crutch. I use it as inspiration for others to know that they can. And with that being
Mm.
said, that's how Just for Us was born.
I love
That,
that.
that's
And
how Just
so,
for Us was born.
I love that because so many people, like you said, disability is like, I have this mantra where, you live life without excuses. And sometimes we can use those disabilities, so to speak, as crutches,
Absolutely.
for stopping us from being all that we can be.
So
So,
true.
how did you come up with that
Turn it
mindset?
up.
Was that a transition, something you always believed? What got you to that point of not using it as an excuse?
Uh, well, I just did. I was deemed disabled at a young age. It was about 2016, so 5 years ago. So I was still in my 40s. And I
Mm,
said, I am too old to have that title of disabled. And I was like, no,
mhm,
I'm better than that. But at that time, I had lost my job. I was working for the state of Texas and I got sick and I lost my vision for a while and everything. And it was all due to um, a head injury sustained when I was in the military. So,
mm,
but as I get older, it gets progressively worse. And I said, you know what? I have to do something better. I have to, since I can't work outside the home, let me figure out something inside the home. But
mhm,
I couldn't figure out anything at that time. But as the story goes on, I did the big chop, cut my hair off and everything because I was trying to find something holistic, whereas I
mm,
wouldn't have to take the medication that they were giving me. And because with the research, I found that the medication and the combination of the skincare and the hair care, the chemical laden skincare and hair care, and their combination was exacerbating the migraines and intensifying the frequency, just all of that. So it was just a
mm,
combination. So I was just on a journey to heal myself or at least help myself because I was too old to become what they said I was, which was a disabled. I'm not disabled. I am just limited.
mm. I love that. And now, so talk to us about, your holistic journey because there are a lot of people that hear this term about, holistic health, healing, and but they have this fear about it because they're like, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to research it, what to look for. What was that journey like trying to figure out, something when you have doctors telling you one thing, but your intuition is telling you something else? How did you navigate through that?
Well, I'm going to answer in two parts. First, I'm going to
Okay.
say that those doctors actually got their medications from our ancestors and they used holistic methods. Only
Mm,
they're giving us the synthetic form of what they used. They got from our ancestors, which was in the natural form. They're just giving us now the synthetic form of that. They still have those in, I'm not going to say in petri dishes or anything like that, but I'm just going to say that they still have that natural form, that they still have the synthetic form, still using, and they're just synthetic form based on that natural form. They're still doing it right now today.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they just found a way to monetize it,
I see.
and that's how the big pharmaceutical companies got as as big as they are. But for me, and let me say this: there is a difference between natural and holistic.
Oh.
Natural, natural products, and a lot of people don't know this. Natural products, sorry about that. Um, the base of it, only one ingredient could be natural. It could be spring water, it
Oh.
could be black soap, it could be an essential oil. Just one ingredient has to be natural, and that product can be considered a natural product. But holistic,
Oh.
there's a difference. And holistic is as chemical free as we can get it, whether
I
it's our
see.
food, uh, whether it's our skin care, whether it's our hair care. It is being as chemical free, cruelty free, perfume free as possible. So that's the difference.
Oh.
And for me, I'm sorry, did you have a question?
No, go ahead and finish. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I didn't know that. So I did the big chop in like 2011, something like that. And so I was like, okay, I'm going natural. And I went natural. But it wasn't until I moved here to Texas and got sick again that I really delved into research. And that's when I found out the difference between natural and holistic. So, just for us, our company is a holistic approach to hair and skincare. We are chemical free, we are cruelty free, we are perfume free. The only sense that you smell are the oils mixing. That's it. And
Wow.
I'm on a mission to educate, to heal, because I want all of my sisters and brothers out there, whether it's suffering from some hair loss or scalp and skin irritation, I want them to heal from the outside in, from the inside out, rebuilding that confidence that they once had. Because for a lot of us, our hair is our glory. It should be anyway. Our
Mhm.
hair is our glory. And then we have so many people suffering from skin irritations. And if you're
Mhm.
taking a medication and the the skin care product that you apply topically doesn't well has a negative reaction with what you're applying topically and what you're taking orally, then it comes out on your skin or your scalp. And so
Mm.
that's where a lot of these new skin irritations are coming from. And I also want to just make sure that if they don't use Just for Us, that's okay. Just try to use some form of holistic healing from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, as well as what you're ingesting.
Love that. So, how has your first of all, let me go back. So, when you're dealing with things that don't have chemicals in it, is it a different shelf life for it? Because, like hair care products and stuff like that, you might think, oh, this can last me for 6 months. Is there a difference in the perishability of the product if it's natural?
There is a difference, but with our products, uh, they are loved so well that and actually my current clients are the reason why we have expanded to skincare, because they said, you know what, it was working so well on my scalp, I just started taking a shower in it. It's like, okay. And so so that's how we've expanded to the skincare. So it lasts about 90 days, which
Mm-hmm.
is about normal, but
Mm-hmm.
for the size, and a little bit goes a long way. And the only product that lasts about 90 days is the shampoo. Everything else lasts longer because it doesn't have water in it. And
Mm.
so, yeah,
That's awesome. Now, so are you manufacturing this yourself in
I
terms
do
of
everything. I do everything myself.
wow. So are
Everything.
you in the process of looking for different employees to scale and get bigger? What's the phase for it now? How long have you been around?
I started making it for myself in 2017. Well, I started research and development and making it for myself in 2017. And then my daughter was in 2019. My daughter's like, "Mom, if it works for you, it'll work for other people." Never even thought about it like that. So out of the mouth of my babe, just for us was born, and yeah, and immediately text my church members and I said, hey, she had praise dance that night, and I texted parents and I said, I'm making this product. I've been making it for 2 years. Would you guys mind trying it? We were using it as a family, but I had never went outside of our family except for my classmate from 19. I graduated high school in 1985, and I approached her probably in 2017 when I started. And I said, you know what, I'm thinking about making this hair product. Will you try it? And I know how she is about her hair, so I had to ask her one that was going to be very critical. And
Hmm.
she was like, yeah, sure. And so she's been faithful ever since. But yeah, it was out of the mouth of my babe that it was born.
I love that. And I
And
love how there's a need and you just went to find a solution. So for somebody who's out there and just kind of intimidated, oh, this is a different area. I know what I want, but I don't know how to do it. What advice would you give them?
I would say that just do your research. Don't take my word for it,
Hmm.
and which is what I did. Well, actually, I try to, because I trusted what the people were saying about natural. So I tried a couple of other lines before
Hmm.
I started this, because I trusted that word natural. Okay, and I trusted them
Mm.
because they look like me. But
Hmm.
I have to also understand, I have to remember that it's a $1 billion industry, a $1 billion industry. And a lot of people, I was approached last year. Are you would you like to sell? No, I don't want to sell, And
Hmm.
so I've spoken to distributors, and the first question is, how are you? Because we're going to have to change that. And I said, you know what? That's okay. I don't want to jeopardize the integrity of my products. I don't want to jeopardize my name or anything like that. So I'm good. I'm good. I'll just keep doing it in
Love
my
that.
kitchen.
I love that. That is just awesome. You got to do what you got to do. So that's just amazing. So, what has this journey taught you, from, the standpoint of limiting beliefs and how you might have thought about things before you got started on your journey with this product?
I would say, pray about, before you start anything, pray about it.
Mhm.
Make sure that you are hearing the spirit from within. Also, if
Mhm.
it's just here in your head and not in your heart, don't do it, because
Mm.
you'll give up at the first sign of adversity. There are so many days I want to give up, and then someone will call me and say, or Jan, I really appreciate what you're doing, because you've helped me, you build my confidence back up. Or I'll receive a text and say, you know, this product has done this for me, or just keep going, just something. And
Mhm.
in your heart, please don't do it. And if you don't pray about it, like for my formula, everyone says, well, how did you come up with the formula? I said, it was trial and error, but the true
Mhm.
formula came to me in a dream. The
Wow.
true formula came to me in a dream. Mhm.
I love that. Now, so it came to you in a dream. This is good. How did you capture that dream? Because a lot of times people dream and then it's like, did I dream that? What was how did that happen? You dreamed it. What happened after the dream? How did that go?
Uh, I had to basically write it down in pieces. There were There wasn't like one set time because I would get bits and pieces at a time in a dream.
Oh.
But when I tried to write it down, I couldn't write it down because I couldn't remember
Mhm.
anything. I remembered bits and pieces. And my son kept saying, "Mom, you need to write that down. You need to write that down." So I finally I prayed about it again, and I said, "You know what? I have to get this information on this paper. I have to get that. I have to get it done." And
Mhm.
so it was just one day I was sitting in my office, and everything just came to me for each and every product.
Praise God. Yeah, I
Mhm.
believe that because there are downloads. And, I have this situation where mine come like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's like you wake up, and it's like, I'm gonna remember this. This is so good. I'll remember it because you don't feel like getting up and writing it down.
Right.
And then later on, you're like, what was that idea that was so good? How could I forget it?
Hmm.
But yeah, just, and God says be obedient and write the vision. So I love that. But so that is just so key. So in terms of protecting your mindset,
Hmm.
like you said, you understand that you don't want to be labeled as disabled. What do you do in your routine that helps you to stay focused with that? Because so often, we can get with this news and it's talking about who we aren't and our limitations, but how do you keep yourself positive and in that mindset?
Um, with prayer and meditation and therapy, because
Mm,
I see myself. Um, I see the effects of it almost every day. I have a permanent twist in my mouth now.
mhm,
Whereas, and when I speak, like one side of my mouth is still closed and the other side is
mm,
open. And I noticed that my as a matter of fact, my third son, he noticed it, and my daughter,
mhm.
they noticed it. And so I so now it's permanent. Whereas from the beginning, my left side, it was just an aura. I knew when the migraine was coming because I would experience bilateral paralysis.
Oh.
But now the left side of my face is numb and tingling all the time. And so
Mhm,
I know that things are coming. So while I'm up, and I get as much done as possible,
mhm,
and in preparation. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just
mhm.
pushing and pushing and pushing. Yeah, I'm preparing.
I love that. That is just so good. So how long do you meditate?
Uh, Maybe I I I, um I don't always feel. You don't have to meditate with your eyes closed. A lot of people don't know that. So I meditate a
Mhm,
lot of times with my eyes open, because of my military experience, and so I have to be aware of my surroundings at all times.
mhm.
So sometimes I do 2 minutes at a time, maybe 5 to 10 times a day, and
Mm,
yeah, just 2 minutes at a time. It only takes 2 minutes, and 2 minutes from the beginning felt like 20 minutes. But I am truly blessed that the VA has provided us with a Fitbit Sense, and it has an EDA scan on it, and it reminds you throughout the day to do a 2 minute scan, or you can just go in and do it on your own. And so I really appreciate that because it forces me to take time for myself, and I
mhm.
do that. I take advantage of that.
Love that. That is so good. And we appreciate your service. That was one thing I wanted to mention because, so often, when it comes to us forgetting to express gratitude, not just for the things that are going on in our personal lives, but realizing that, we all are connected and the sacrifices you made makes it possible for us to live the life that we live today. So I want to thank you for that.
Mhm.
So in terms of your children and, being an example, how
Mhm.
is it that you navigate with your business and being a mom, um, from building this business from scratch? How do you navigate through that with your children?
We are actually, well, let me say this. My two older sons are entrepreneurs. And my two older sons started when they were maybe 10 or 12 with their lawnmower in my trunk. And my son was, we were on Clubhouse yesterday in our room, and we were talking about that. And, he was saying how much he appreciated the fact that, I took time out back then. They're 37 and 35 now. So almost 30
Mhm,
years ago, taking time out, making sure that they had what they needed. So that's something that we practiced as a family, even way back then, and didn't even know what we were
mhm,
doing. So that was preparation for what's happening now. So all my younger, I have two sets of children. So my second set has always seen the first set in an entrepreneur phase and doing what they do. And so they were accustomed to, packaging things up and stuff like that. And we
mhm,
all just support one another in our entrepreneur journey. And so we just work together as a entrepreneur family, a serial entrepreneur family, and I'll put it like that,
mhm,
because my daughter has started an online business. She's working on her website now, and we have another business venture that we're about to embark upon with her. And so my three sons, they're already doing their thing. So yeah, we are an entrepreneur family. So we if I'm in the office for, she might go to work and I'm in the office, she might come home, I'm in the office. She already
mhm,
knows. She'll come peek in, Mama had a good day, are you still in here, did you eat, things like that. And then I
mhm,
force myself to, push away and spend time with her because she is the only girl. So,
mhm,
but we know and we respect that. And so, and my kids work the business. My sons, my older sons, they fly in sometimes. They work the business with us. Um, excuse me. And sometimes when I am at an event and I'm running out of products or whatever, I can tell them, hey, I need you guys to make some products and have it ready because we have an event tomorrow and I'm going to sell out today. So they know, they all know what to do. So
Amen.
we work this as a family.
I love that. So, what tips could you give other moms about working together as a team? Because a lot of people feel like, well, this is my business, my vision. How do I get my kids to buy into this? What are some tips or strategies that you would share with the moms?
My teenagers didn't really want to buy into it because the teenagers wanted to be out with their friends. They wanted to do what they were doing and all that. But, I just say, hey, this is what I need you to do. It's not nothing different than saying, hey, I need you to go clean your room. It's the same thing. I've given you what to do. I need you to get it done. I need you to make it happen. Simple as that. And they'll thank you in the long run
Mhm,
for that discipline, because that's going to teach them, again, discipline. They're going to learn attention to detail. They're going to learn customer service, which these kids at these fast food restaurants right now, or anywhere at the Kmart, not Kmart, Walmart and Target, they have no customer service skills. They don't know how to talk to you. I was
mm-mm,
in JCPenney and I had this little girl say, I said, well, that's not what the sign says. And she said, well, I don't have anything to do with that. I said, that is not what you tell a customer. I said, you guys really need to work on this. So that teaches your children customer service, again, attention to
mhm.
detail. And so we are on 4 stores in the DFW, goes and she sets up every Saturday at one of our locations and she promotes the product. And I said, okay, well,
Mhm,
they need to be restocked. So I'm going to teach you how to restock, how to resell the products to them. You need to know how many they have on the shelf, how many we sell them, and then you need to multiply the money so you know how much your check needs to be. So it teaches them more than just, you know, oh man, I got to go set up. No, it teaches them more than just that. Something that they're
Looks like we might have gotten broken up a little bit. Gotta love the internet, guys. So,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me? Yeah, you froze up for a minute. Looks like it froze up again. Okay, we will see if we can get her to come back. Um, Gotta love the internet, guys. So we will take a little small commercial break. We were just ready to wrap up the interview, but I will give her a few minutes to see if we can get her back on. And I'll be looking here in the studio. Love StreamYard. You know, you really feel like you're in a studio because you can see things behind the scenes. But just a great conversation. I'm telling you guys, you need to get on Clubhouse because there are so many quality people that are doing so much, and the opportunity to interact with them personally, one to one, to have these dynamic conversations is what I call them. It's just something that's unprecedented, if that's a word. But it looks like she's still having some issues. But I just want to thank you guys for joining us. I really was inspired by this interview because I think it's so important to realize that we can live beyond our limiting beliefs and really challenge ourselves to think about, are these limits that we're putting on ourselves, or that the story that we're telling ourselves that other people may be putting on us? You know, this so resonates with me because, you know, I was in that vein. You know, I was dealing with 13 years of depression, 3 hospitalizations, because I was believing that I had to be a mom, and a mom looked like however society said it was supposed to look when you stayed home. And that belief had paralyzed me from being a business person at the same time because I felt like I couldn't do them both. And so when you realize that, you know, life does allow you the opportunity to live it the way you choose to. And so you can get out of that situation by reframing it in a way that serves you, reframing it in a way that motivates you. You know, every day I wake up and I choose to be happy. Now, is everything going to be happy all the time? No. You're not going to always be in that mode of being happy, but you have to choose how you want to respond to something based on what your thoughts are about how you intend to live your life and have your days as you go about each day. So, want to thank you guys so much for watching. I encourage you to reach out to Miss Madam J. I think it's so important to expose ourselves to other people so that we can recognize that we all have value, right? We can all learn from one another, that life is meant to be lived to the fullest, you know, and enjoy yourself. So it looks like she is still okay. She is able to get back on. So we're going to add her. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Sorry about
It's still kind of froze. Can you hear me now? Gotta love the internet. So we're still dealing with a little bit of a freeze. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. So we will just give you the moment to tell everybody how to get a hold of you and any final thoughts you have.
First of all, I just want to say thank you again for this opportunity to present. I am so thankful for Clubhouse, and you have to really be mindful and who you connect with. And I am so glad I connect with you, SuperMom. And thank you
Oh,
for all that you do, because I know your story as well. Thank you for your service, y'all's service,
mhm,
and everything that you
mhm,
guys continue to do. Uh, I can be found at Just for Us Naturals at .us, JUS,
mhm.
the number 4, US Naturals at or you can just call me 817-797-3220. I'm really still that old school person that loves service, and customer service is
my key point, it's my strong point, because if you order before
Mhm.
3 p.m., your order goes out the same day, and and I ship everything priority, so you'll have it within 72 hours if it's Monday through Wednesday.
Awesome. Well, loving that. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us today. This has been an inspiring uh, opportunity to talk to you. This interview has been wonderful. And I know so many moms can really resonate with your message. And, it's just inspiring to realize that there are no excuses. If you set your mind to something and connect with the right people, there's no limit to what you can accomplish.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you for what you
You
do.
are welcome. You're welcome. Well, we want to thank everybody for watching today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Miss Madam J and get those questions answered. Sometimes it's just a conversation that can really open you up and turn your whole world around. If you have any other questions and maybe you're not able to get a hold of her, feel free to put them in the comments and we will forward those questions to her to be sure that she answers them for you. And in the meantime, we want to thank you all so much for joining us. We apologize about the technical difficulties, but we're keeping it real here. We're keeping it real, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Thank you
how
so
it really
much.
works. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye for now.